following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. How you been?
Oh, great. I really appreciate you and Tommy. You do a great job, great work, and I really appreciate it. I watch you every day.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, man. Let's go to Sylvia in Tampa. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing?
Hey, Tom. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking my call. I want to tell you thank you so much for the advice you gave me on dust yesterday. I exited when you told me, and I made a healthy profit for a very short period. So thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Well, at TFNN, folks, as you tune in, on Monday morning, you are going to see a new website. We've been working on a website. I want to thank my son, Tom, thank the whole team for the amount of work that's been done out here. We are flipping this switch tonight, and you are going to see a new, improved TFNN website come actually in about 4 or 5 hours, but it will take maybe 24, 48 hours as those DNS servers pick it up. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 70, NASDAQ down 34, S&P's down 2.5. Gold contract down $9.60, trading at $12.0170 an ounce. Silver flat, $14.29 an ounce. Light sweet crude, $70.80 a barrel. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year note up 2 ticks, 118.21. 30-year bond up 3, 140.11. We go over and we take a look at the 10-year first. Let's go take a look at this 10-year. Now, what the 10-year did out here this week, folks, is that you broke your August swing low. That August swing low, bottom line, inside the 10-year, price point 118.27. We're coming into next week, the 26th. That's when the Fed is going to be basically raising short-term rates again. If you look at the Fed funds future probability, which they trade, right now that is running out at basically 97.9% that we are going up on rates, 25 basis points. That being said, the November meeting, they don't look, it's 4.7% that the rate will go up. December meeting, however, is up there. The December meeting is a 73%. Probability that they'll go up another 25 basis points. And if that's the case, that would get us at the first rate hike is going to get us at 2 to 2.25. The second one would get us at 2.25 to 2.75 to 2.75. Bottom line, we'll see how this whole baby shakes out. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? So King dollar was building cause. It broke its swing point. You had volume on the break. We had big volume yesterday. What we did is we did 28,000 contracts as we broke this price point of 93,930. King dollar is eating into its strength where it broke topside in a big way on the 14th of June. That's where we went from 92,500 to 93, let's say 94. You went up 2 pennies. Has the strength there. We're into that bar by a couple hundred ticks. That's enough, bottom line, to basically go after the bottom of that bar. What we're going to have at the close out here today, folks, is that you get quad witching that's going on. That's when options, futures, equities, and options on futures expire. Then on top of that, which we haven't had since 1999, is that you get a rebalance happening inside the S&P, but that rebalancing is actually going to be rebalancing of some of the sub-sectors inside the S&P. So you are going to see a huge amount of trading take place. Bottom line is that you're going to see a lot of volume. most times these things are pretty smooth. I've seen them when they're not smooth, okay? But bottom line, we'll see how that shakes out. When they're not smooth, you can get some very fast volatility inside a few of the equities that they're trying to basically take out of one subsector, put in a different subsector. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We take a look at some of the high volume stocks out here today. You get Advanced Micro flat. Micron Technology is down $1.76. You get Apple down $1.76. A biotech, this poor thing just got absolutely smoked. This is going out of business. That's the bottom line. Yesterday, this equity was at, so this is GTX. They discover, commercialize therapeutic treatments for serious health conditions in men. Bottom line is that this equity in one day, okay, it's a biotech, so this happens, but bottom line, yesterday it closed at $23. It's trading at $1.80 today. I suspect this thing's going to be going out of business because they don't have any revenue. You know, bottom line is that going south in a big way. The reefer madness out here, if we go take a look at Tilray, Tilray right now is trading down $45 at $131. This is an equity that was trading at $300 on Wednesday. Bottom line, hit high Wednesday at $300, closed at $214. Yesterday we traded from $244 to $158. Today you're down $45. You're at $131. Not a great scene, that's for sure. And this baby right here, I expect what you're going to see. This thing's going to get back into 82, get out to 49. Bottom line is that this is an equity that still has a market cap of $12.2 billion, okay, and only has a $9 million gross revenue in a quarter. Just to give you a heads up on how that works, if we go over to the largest gold company in the world, which is Barrick, that has a $12.1 billion market cap. So Tilray still has a higher market cap than Barrick Gold, and Barrick Gold actually takes in $7.6 billion a year. But forget what they take in. Barrick Gold makes $550 million to their bottom line. So you can see it's outlandish that Tilray is number one trading at that price point, and number two, bottom line is that I don't care how much weed they're selling out there, folks. The bottom line, with these companies, by the time they make $550 million to the bottom line, it's going to be quite some time. Amazon, let's go take a look at that. Well, here, let's go take a look at Google first, because Google, Facebook, these things are going to be moving around into the close out here today. Google's down $16 right now, trading at $11.70. We go over to Facebook. We take a look at Facebook. Facebook is down $2.30, trading $163. Netflix, and so these three are going to be moving for sure. There's a lot of them going to be moving. Netflix is down $2.74 because the S&P, what they've done is that they've done a new sector, and that new sector is going to be the communication sector, and those are going to be, I believe, inside with the actual phone companies. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials up 83. NASDAQ is down 33. S&Ps are up 1.5. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's nadex.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials are right, trading up 73. You get the Nasdaq up 36. S&Ps are up 2.5. If we go inside the Dow and take a look at the strength versus the weakness out here, you have the strength. You get Boeing putting 31 positive points, Big Mac putting 21, Home Depot 7, taken away from it. Goldman Sachs minus 13. You get Apple minus 12. Disney is minus 6. Now, if we go over to Goldman, we take a look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman right out here. Bottom line had caught a bid. Bottom line, all the financials had caught a bid on Wednesday. That being said, Goldman's a different animal. Bottom line is that this is down off highs. You know, the highs in Goldman were trading out 273. You're at 235. Here's the differential. J.P. Morgan. We go take a look at J.P. Morgan. What you're going to see in J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan is trading down 60 cents, but really a flat market out here today. You're at $118. And what you have with JP is that this is going after its high. The high that we're talking about here is 119.33. And what you are going to have here on a weekly basis, you are pushing into that high and you're pushing in with volume. Bank of America, we take a look at BAC. BAC, a little bit lower than where it's been, but bottom line, also pushing into those highs. The highs we're talking about there is 33.05. You're at 31.05. Oil, let's go take a look at the oil contract. Oil's had some high volatility out here this week. Right now, you're up 0.5%. You're trading $70.73. This is popping right up at the highs again. The highs that, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 6th time that we've been up over this $71 area. Now, it didn't hold again. The bottom line, 71.10 was your first high that was generated out here on the 22nd of May. Bottom line, went up into that area, basically gave it up again. So what that sets up each and every time is that, okay, you can't bust it up. The bottom of this consolidation is down at the 63 to 65 area. I expect that's what you're going to get. If we go take a look at the XLE is going right along with that same type of analysis, meaning that bottom line, the XLE hasn't been able to hold price. XLE hit a high yesterday of $75.71. Couldn't handle the swing point. You're coming into the downdraft from the 25th of May as well as the 15th of August. Chevron is the culprit inside of the XLE. Take a look at Chevron. Chevron's off its high of 131. You're at 120 right now. Exxon was trying to squeak into its highs. Oh, excuse me, folks. Exxon right now is up 30 cents. You're trading $85. and that is coming right into a vicious downdraft that was out there in February. That's where Exxon went from 89 down to a price point of 73, and it did that in 2 weeks. Now, what you do have with Exxon, if it closes over, which it looks like it's going to, over the 83.79, it's going to have a shot to get up into that high. Thus far, not much action. We go take a look at the Apple. Apple is having a hard time holding price. It's right next to its high, but the bottom line, you are having a hard time holding price inside Apple. That is one of the equities that is putting some pressure on the NDX 100 as well as the NASDAQ composite. The high in Apple is at 229. You're at 218. And if we do go inside the NDX 100 today and we take a look at the strength versus the weakness, what we have NDX. What we have out here is that your strength is American Airlines. That's up 3%, 163. Electronic Arts is up 1.8, or $2. You get Starbucks up 1.6, or 90 cents. Taken away from it, Micron Tech. Micron is down 3.7%, or 173. BioMarlin is off 2.6, or 267. INCY is down 2.3, or 162, and JD.com is down 2. What you also have, of course, is that you have Amazon. Amazon's down $27. That's putting some selling pressure inside the NDX 100, as well as Google. Google is down $17. Let's go take a look at Facebook. Wants to go trade down to 149. Facebook's going to be interesting watching this whole thing shake out. Facebook has a high volume low at 149, and we're at just about at all-time. Well, we are at all-time highs in the S&P. Dow Industrials, and bottom line is that you get Facebook off its high of $218, and you are trading at the 163. We take a look at the SMHs. The SMHs right now, these are chip stocks. That's trading 107. Now, this is right next to its highs, but the bottom line, we've been up here since November of 2017. So we're coming into basically 10 months at the same level. This is a high-end consolidation. That being said, what you do have is this, is that you have all the volumes at the lows of this consolidation. That low, $93, $95, that's where this baby wants to come into. NVDA, that's an equity that has stayed at its highs. You're down 260 right now, but bottom line is that you're at 263. If we do bring this back and take a look at it, you're going to see you're right at the very top of that range. Now we go over to Intel, and you got a little different ball game inside Intel. Intel just went from a price point of $58. Hit a low last week of $44. You can see you have divergence inside this sector, and that's been down quite a bit. Lam Research, LRCX. Okay, Lam was the leader on the way down inside the chip sector. Lam is trading at 155. And Lam is in trouble. Lam hasn't been able to get on the other side of the February 9th high volume swing low. That number is 158. You know, it took quite a while to get down there. Bottom line, the week of February 9th, you had the high volume low. We went from 158, and you made an new all-time high at 234. So picture this. 6 weeks, you go from 158, you go up 75 points, and then guess what? Then it basically takes a good 6 months to go from the 234. You blow away the high volume low of 156. What does that set up? That sets up, it's trying to get into this 140 to 125. You know, you do have some support here at this 157 level. You're at 155. Bottom line is that you'll build some more cars, get into that level. Xilinx, XLNX. We take a look at Xilinx. Xilinx right now trading $78. This baby, I believe, is at highs. Yes. Okay, so this is at highs. So you can see the divergence that we have inside of the chips. AMAT makes the equipment. Inside those big chip companies, different ball game. AMAT's down from a high out here of $62. You're at $40 right now, 39 to be exact. It blew away its high volume low from February, took it out in spades. That high volume low was $45. Now, AMAT did the exact same type of setup, meaning that you had a high volume low first, then what do? You go from $45, 6 weeks later, you're up at 62. 3 months later, you're at 39. Bottom line, volatility is out here and out here in spades. some of the other higher volume equities we have out here, and we are going to get some big juice coming into the close out here. You get Freeport McMoran up 18 cents. We have, let's see, you get Oracle up 65. Twitter is down $1.20. Let's go over to Twitter and take a look at Twitter. TWTR. Okay, so Twitter is trading 28.62. This is breaking lower. You're going to have volume on the break. Interesting. Yeah, so Twitter's making its way into the 24 level. That's where its strength was. Oh, from February 9th. Stay right there, folks. Coming back with our man, Mr. Dave White. We are going to be talking technology. Dow up 72, NASDAQ down 36, S&P's up 3.5. Coming right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 68. You get the NASDAQ down 37. S&Ps are down 3.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 30 past the hour, talking technologies. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here. Oh, excuse me, folks. Every trading day right here, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Dave's got a great show. He also has 2 great newsletters. He's got the Path of Least Resistance and the Tech Insider. You can come over to our website, check out both of them. They both come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Dave White, we're talking privacy laws, huh?
Well, we're talking people and companies back in front of Congress again, which is never a good thing for companies.
Right, right.
It doesn't make them any profit it can go south though, right?
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
but it does look like after the laws passed in Europe this year that went into effect on May 25th, we're going to. It looks like there's enough from reading the political blogs. There is enough people on both sides of the aisle that they're going to introduce a similar law here in the United States. A little unclear exactly what it's going to be, but it looks like it's going to get passed in the lame duck after the election. So privacy advocates, they're kind of skeptical. All these guys from Google and Apple and AT&T say that you just don't need to look at anything or say anything, or don't look behind the curtain. But literally everything they're doing, I think that, in fact, many of them could be charged with lying to Congress, because we found out that after they told, especially Google, that they weren't selling a lot of the data. They actually were selling a lot of the data that they said they were not. So every week we kind of get a drip, drip, drip more about what these guys are doing. And that's, from Facebook to Google, these guys massively rely on getting that data, keeping it.
There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt.
If it went away, that would be pretty problematic. Unclear whether they're going to.
Now, what is the privacy law in Europe, Dave? I remember we talked about this before. I just forget what it is. It's pretty strict, right?
It's very strict about what you can do. You have to, if you go on a European website, you'll see all these boxes you have to click that says, yes, it's okay to use cookies, and no, we're not going to hold your data, and we're going to do, the thing's about 100 pages long, but basically when you drop down to it, there are very specific things you can and cannot do with the data. Google looks like they're going after them again for another $1 billion, saying that they didn't live up to it. So
you mean they're going after Google, right? Yeah.
Right. The EU. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And I think I saw that on Tuesday, but it looks like another $1 billion saying that they didn't comply with some things that they said they were going to comply with. I don't know if there's just so much to do that they haven't gotten to it, or if they just thought maybe they could get away with it.
Well, it's probably just part of the overhead, like the banks. The banks pay fraud, payments. It's part of their overhead. So maybe Google's thinking, hey, it's going to be part of my overhead. Who knows? Right.
I think, Facebook and some of those companies looks like it'd be worse. Google has a mounting problem that's just starting to get going that's much worse, and that is them really working with the Chinese Communist government to go after the individuals in that country. I think that's going to be even bigger than this in the next few weeks. But some of the employees have basically said, when you basically get down to it, is if you Google the Dalai Lama in China and you're a guest of the country, you're told to leave. If you're not, you go to the political re-education camp, and Google's the one handing over that data. So,
yeah, no,
I mean, it's not. It's not that they're a little bit dirty. Apparently, they're getting into all kinds of doing literally anything the Chinese want, including. There was a big.
Well, hold on one second. They're not even up in China yet, right?
No, they're running it. Yes, they are. They're running a test website.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So that's okay. But realistically, you just can't Google when you're in China right now, can you?
Yes.
Oh, you can. Okay.
There's a test. There's kind of a low version of this thing running.
Okay.
But employees of Google are already kind of feeling a little icky about finding out that all this data instantly, if you Google the wrong thing,
money moves.
Shows up.
Money moves. No doubt.
Somebody shows up at your door, and that is kind of what they're worried about. Some of the other things that are already on that site are pollution data. They've replaced all the pollution data from some world organization to the stuff that is approved by the communist government there. So my thought is, if anybody starts asking questions down that line next week on this privacy law thing,
right?
Since it's fairly close,
and Congress, you're saying, yes, right?
Right.
Okay.
It could open up a lot of
which would make sense. I mean, those are the questions to ask, right?
Well, I would ask them,
Yeah,
but
right.
Congress.
Maybe that's why maybe that's why they didn't show up at the last meeting.
It certainly could be, but the question is, can they do one thing here in the United States and another thing in China and get away with it without it affecting their business here in the United States?
Right. Well, I think they can, but politically and they couldn't. I mean, because people are going to be mad, right? That's the bottom line. Yeah.
Right. Now the question is whether these privacy laws would extend to foreign countries too.
Yeah.
So there's. I'm just saying that one, they're going in front of them. They're going to ask them a lot of questions. I'm sure someone's going to ask them some questions they don't want to answer.
Right. And I guess the big thing here, folks, is that Google certainly is an advertising company. Facebook is an advertising company. They use the information that they get on us basically to direct advertising, and they've been very successful at it.
And we have to trust that they don't use it for evil.
Yeah, well, I guess it depends what the definition of evil is.
Evil is,
that's a different definition for a lot of different people, right? So.
Right, in different countries. But
listen, evil could be that, hey, listen, they just keep, basically saying, hey, buy this, buy that, buy that. That could be evil too. I mean, it's not,
but I don't think it's as bad as people showing you up and taking you off to the gulag.
No, that's for sure.
That is what they're now.
Right.
I'm just saying that this is a very potential issue with Google, and they've already got their hands caught in the cookie jar with articles out this week, especially from a lot of people that work at their own company. So these leaks are coming from within in Google. Facebook has been much quieter on this, but I was going to say from reading the tea leaves out here, it looks like that there will be a privacy law in the United States. I'm going to say, if I handicapped it, I think it's 80% chance before the next Congress.
Yeah, there should be. There should be anyway. I mean, that's the bottom line,
Yeah, we kind of let everybody go their own way for a very long time, and then eventually everybody starts trying
but the bottom line is that you can tell thus far every one of these hearings, these congressmen, they don't even know to ask the right question, man.
No.
I mean, it's a joke.
It is.
So
anyway, just keep an eye on that.
Hydrogen trains. So what is it?
Yeah. A lot of people talk about electric trains, but fuel cells running on hydrogen are a thing now in France, and I guess we're going to talk about that when we come back.
Hydrogen engines can hit a top speed of 140 kilometers, 87 miles an hour. Okay. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 74, Nasdaq's down 42, S&P's down 3. Nasdaq's the one getting hit coming into this close, folks. Coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Monday, September 24th, TFNN is launching a new updated version of our website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, and starting Monday, you'll be able to experience the new and improved TFNN website. If you're a current subscriber, don't worry, your subscription will be automatically transferred. The new TFNN.com will allow much easier access to all your account and subscription information. Get ready for the new TFNN.com, educating investors.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Dow up 73, Nasdaq is down 45, S&Ps are off 3.5. As we come into this close, folks, bottom line, you're going to see a lot of volume coming in the marketplace. We got quad witching, and we got a rebalancing going on. We're talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. We are talking hydrogen trains. Okay, so how does this work?
Well, hydrogen and oxygen can be combined in a fuel cell to turn it into electricity.
Yeah.
So right now, the quietest submarines in the world run on fuel cells.
Okay.
Because literally there's no sound other than the electric motor. There's not pumps. There's not anything else that really causes any noise. So they love them. In fact, the Swedes and the Norwegians are big on making these submarines. They won't go around the world like our nuclear subs, but they're dead quiet, which are kind of interesting. Now they're taking that kind of technology to the trains. I just thought it was kind of interesting in that a lot of people kind of have said that hydrogen power is kind of dead, but it's certainly Toyota's working on it. In fact, the cars in...
So what is this? So you take water, you put oxygen in what? You put in a negative and a positive volt in it? Is that how it works?
No, you take oxygen and hydrogen and you put it together.
Yeah.
In a fuel cell, there's a catalyst. A lot of times it's gold or platinum.
Okay.
And it will cause a current to go across the plates.
Right.
It turns into electricity.
And then just keep going, right? That's
And the byproduct is water. That's what comes out the tailpipe.
Right.
So you really don't need it now. The Toyota cars that use hydrogen, which is what looks like the Japanese are really getting into. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's what they're choosing. But they just put hydrogen in the car, and you know all the people kind of walking around with these oxygen generators, the little tiny ones that buzz.
Yes. Yeah.
That's kind of that's on top of the engine. So you start the engine. It's got a little thing that generates the oxygen.
Yeah.
You keep the hydrogen with you in a big high-pressure tank.
Okay.
And it drives around. It's about 80% as efficient as a regular car engine. One of the things, though, is that, again, having those kind of things, big tanks and stuff, kind of defeats the whole purpose of a car. So it makes a lot more sense on these more industrial things like big submarines or trains, where not only can they have the hydrogen, but they can have the oxygen too in tanks without having the same kind of problems. And I just thought it was very interesting that we are seeing kind of an all of the above on some of these things.
Sure.
But the nice thing is that there's literally no pollutants on the outside except water, and nobody thinks that's a pollutant. But
well,
pretty interesting.
We need water to live, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more of this, I think, in the coming years. Musk calls them fuel, FOOL cells,
Yeah, because that could be big competition for him, right?
Yeah. Well, he certainly sees that in Japan, where they don't sell very many Teslas.
Okay.
I mean, their big market outside the United States was a lot of those places up in the Norwegian areas of Europe, because they had such big and large subsidies. But again, that's because they have hydropower up there, and same reason that they have all the Bitcoin miners up in those areas too.
Right.
When your electricity is cheap, you probably want to use electricity.
No doubt. No doubt.
Now, one of the other reasons that France is the leader in this is that you can easily take nuclear power plants and have them spin off a lot of hydrogen at the same time. And about 70% of the power from France comes from nuclear power stations.
Okay.
So cool. It depends on where you're at whether this makes a lot of sense.
So our next slide is near space.
Yeah, Airbus had a giant drone. It's 75 kilograms, so what is that, about 45 pounds. Flew for almost 26 days at 70,000 feet. There's, if you park a satellite over the equator and move it at the right speed, it will just seem to hover over the same spot, although it's really spinning around with the Earth at the same time.
Okay.
The problem is that's got to be about 25,000 miles in space. So it's about a second up there and about a second back down. There's always going to be about a 2-second delay, which isn't very good. A lot of people like Facebook have been talking about making dirigibles and other ways of getting the internet links somewhere up in that 70 to 100,000 feet and leaving them up there for days at a time, and being able to actually have internet in some areas, especially where it's not cost effective to put up towers everywhere, that kind of stuff.
Sure, like that'd be great for the people in the country, right?
Right,
yeah,
right. So Airbus, you know, if you're off in somewhere else at 70, 100,000 feet, there's not much weather up there. It's pretty much clear, and if you can charge the batteries every day when the sun comes out, because the clouds are all 20,000 feet below you.
Okay.
It works fairly well. Anyway, this is the first proof of concept that I've seen work, but they were able to contact it and keep and give Wi-Fi signals to about 400 square miles underneath this drone aircraft that they have. They're looking at scaling it up, but Facebook wanted to hold big balloons up there and kind of put them on a tether and just have them kind of float around there. But eventually they'll come back down and they'll have to put more helium or hydrogen on them and get them back up there. This one would be able to kind of just move into wind patterns a little bit better than the dirigible kind of things. But a lot of work going on in that kind of sector of trying to get these things up there for smaller areas.
How long do they expect those satellites to basically, or drones to stay up there once they get them up? If that's the case.
They think that they can stay up at 3 months at a time.
Okay.
So they'll have one.
Okay.
It'll get up there. It'll come back down and get serviced, and they'll put the next one up.
Man, this is definitely turning into the Jetsons. There's no doubt, man.
It is. BMW's got a self-driving motorcycle. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. The first thing I thought.
Well, you're gonna have to get one of those, Dave. You can have you can race it around the track. Can you?
No. Although motorcycles are incredibly stable at speeds.
Yeah.
I was racing one day when a guy had a heart attack at the very beginning of a straightaway.
Okay.
He fell off the bike, literally coming out of the corner on the straightaway, fell off of it with his heart attack.
Yeah.
And it went about 3/8 of a mile perfectly right down the center of the track. They're very stable by themselves.
Right.
So it's not as bad as you would think.
No, I know what you're saying. Right.
The one thing I thought of was, though, that I saw this thing, it stopped, and the kickstand pops out, and it kind of comes on over. Every time I've done that, the kickstand went right into the mud or something, and the bike fell over.
Yeah.
Which I think that may be the hardest part of doing this. But yeah, they put it on a test track. They run it around.
A self-driving motorcycle. That'll get people to buy more motorcycles, I think. Yeah.
It could be. I'm just wondering if there's actually. I mean, I kind of think you want to buy a motorcycle because you want to drive it.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's a little bit tough there.
Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. We have the Dow up 77. NASDAQ is down 40. S&Ps are off 2.5. Coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 87, NASDAQ is down 38, S&Ps are off 2.5. And folks, we are going to be flipping the switch as soon as this program's over. We got a brand new website coming up. There's been a lot of work done on it. I want to thank my son, Tommy, for doing so much work on it. Thank the team for doing so much work on it. Bottom line is that you are going to see a new website, fast and furious, as soon as this program's over. We're going to flip the switch. The DNS servers are going to start cranking it out. We got our man, Mr. Dave White. We're talking technology, and we're talking tech earnings. So Oracle, Microsoft, Red Hat, what do they have, Dave?
Well, we had earnings this week on Oracle, Micron, and Red Hat, and all were lower. Oracle kind of came back after they said that they'd spend $10 billion buying back shares, but earnings were all disappointing this week.
Okay.
Micron's lower. They're basically saying the next 1 to 2 quarters are going to be weak.
Yeah, there's some real divergence in that chip business, man. It's kind of interesting, man.
It depends on what's going on. Oracle doesn't really have the kind of products that I think are going to take a lot to get it back up to where it was, or have a big move like either Intel did or Microsoft did over the last few years. It just seems kind of stuck.
Yeah.
They're back. It's kind of an IBM where it's just kind of treading water. They don't have any new products. Micron, I was worried about going in mostly because the DRAM prices are falling tremendously. If you want to buy a SSD for your computer, they're getting absolutely dirt cheap.
I see.
Probably 50% cheaper than they were 3 months ago.
Okay.
So that part of the business is fairly weak with Micron. They've got some new stuff that they're waiting for Intel to kind of come out with, but that's why they're lower today. They said, next quarter or two are going to be weak. Red Hat had a big gap down. All I'm saying is this is kind of the first time that we've had a lot of tech come out the same week and all kind of guiding a little bit lower.
Thanks so much, Dave. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. We look forward to speaking right back here Monday morning, 8:30. Look at them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.